all you lamos that think I don't know what I'm talking about, oh, you best to believe I sit in on the city hall meetings, whether it's for housing and planning or whether it's for what's going on at Rikers Island. But I go to the city hall meetings with camera and I record and document. So when motherfuckers be like, oh, you being emotionally sensitive. Nah, I'm speaking to you from an informed place. And maybe you yourselves should stop sitting on the internet and taking everyone else's word for it and do like I do and go sit in the halls of justice and just fucking listen.
Tremont and Mauriciana in the Bronx, Bronxville, East New York, and Ocean Hill in Brooklyn. These neighborhoods are among the top 10 zip codes citywide for jail admissions. The communities most harmed by pretrial detention across this state have representation at the table. This is not a coincidence. This is not too much more. This is not a coincidence. This is an opportunity. And these are not statistics that are just out there about strangers. They're about us, about our families, our friends, neighbors, people whose names we know. They're your constituents. They're legally innocent and still have the right to vote. And we know that these statistics extend beyond New York City, across the state. Black and Latino communities already underserved and underrepresented bear the disproportionate burden of pretrial detention.
I come here whenever, so this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever, so this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever, so this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth.
Yeah, what's poppin'? And as I always say, right? Ain't nothing new under the sun. So, if you've seen the last video or if you haven't, I'm gonna keep right along down the same track, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because if we've all been paying attention to what's going on, I often ask myself, why does my union spend spend our union dues protesting what they claim is for immigrants, but the only thing that's going on right now is ICE's campaign to remove illegals that have removal orders. A lot of them actually being criminals. But for some reason, again, the same United Healthcare Workers union that has been found guilty of federal union election fraud by the Department of Labor, which I've shown you, as well as several documented instances of its executives sexually harassing men and women. However, no terminations, no repercussions, promotion, change of job title, and a pay raise. And I've already shown you what's happened to George Gresham because he trusted the wrong individuals. A lot of these things aren't adding up. So we're going to run some clips, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it.
From Brooklyn, New York, we have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here. From Brooklyn.
And then the accent comes, okay?
Yeah.
When she's in front of the white crowd, she's white.
Let's get a ceasefire. There must be an immediate ceasefire.
When she's in front of the black crowd, she's ghetto.
You better thank a union member for vacation time.
Just like Jasmine Crockett. Did you ever see Jasmine Crockett talk?
That when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago,
that I would be running for Congress.
Maybe because these people, they are crazy because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things.
Jasmine Crockett went to private school, private college. She was born with a golden spoon in her mouth, and she goes in front of black people and pretends that she can't talk. It's actually an insult about the black people, but they eat it up. They eat it up. And here's my question. Why is it? And then
Biden had to be stopped by the Supreme Court from forcing pretty much every working American into getting the COVID vaccine, or they would lose their jobs. Remember when Obama passed the Affordable Care Act and said that if you don't buy these plans, you are going to be fined every year? Remember when Biden stepped down and they were like, nope, you guys don't even get to choose your own presidential nominee. And now these are the people protesting for no kings. They were okay with all that. Remember when Biden...
There's an episode of the MLK Project that which Chad Jackson directs. There's a clip from a guy named Mortimer Daniel Rubin. He's a renowned communist. He said we were trying to help them understand what their real interest is in the fight against racism. So the inference there, it's not even an inference, it's a blatant, declaration, is that one, black people don't know what their real interest is in anything. But we have to have things explained to us. We have to understand, we have to be told how to understand what an agenda is toward a movement. What he didn't say that he was saying. We were tucking communism in with the civil rights movement. And so we needed to package it in a way that we were really selling to them that they were oppressed, even though they weren't. We really needed to package that in a way so we could tuck the communism and Marxism in, and they didn't see it. There's an episode.
I am here at the Capitol because immigrants are the backbone of our society. Immigrants have built this country. Immigrants pay taxes for all the social safety nets that are trying to be cut on them. So we are here today to lobby and tell these politicians why they need to support not only Americans, but immigrants, because immigrants is what has kept this country running and will always keep this country running.
Passed through Congress. So how many times do we have to get killed to get some type of legislation? But we continue to vote blue. And if we don't vote, it's turned to a cult. I'm 38 years old, right? And I have common sense. And I think this is the election of common sense. Okay. We just watch, I'm watching I'm going to these meetings, right? Finance meeting is very important. The budget meeting is very important. Housing and real estate is very important in your local states. And you're watching all this money being passed, right? You're watching all this money being passed for housing, for resources. They're using our statistics. Like, we're the highest in everything. We even get hit by bicycles. Like, how the fuck? Bicycles? Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're for everything, right? So you get this money, and then none of it goes to our community. Where's the money at? Where's the audits? Where's IRS criminal division? Like, there was, in 1984 in Chicago, there was something called Operation Greylord. Operation Greylord is when they went and they picked up judges. And it needs to be another Operation Greylord, but this time with the city. But the IRS was involved. The feds were involved because IRS criminal division, that just passed.
Stop ICE from deporting this person who is an illegal immigrant. Do you support that?
Yes.
We're trying to stop them from deporting Jose Medina, who was charged last week with shooting and killing an 18-year-old college student. Do you think somebody like that should not be deported?
If they are working, they are paying their taxes, they want to support this country, why they need to be deported?
Because he shot and killed somebody.
It depends on why.
Allegedly.
The question is like why he wanted to kill somebody, and it's completely different. They wanted to do it or they did it.
They shot her in the back.
I'm sorry. This person shot somebody else, or
yes.
What did 18-year-old guy did to this person?
Nothing, and it was a girl, an 18-year-old girl who was hanging out with her friends in Chicago. She didn't do anything. She was just innocent.
Okay, I'm against killing to anybody, but just deporting because something happened, I don't think that it's fair.
It's not fair to him to be deported?
Just only deporting because he killed, and if they don't want to think like why he did that or what happened, like to ask questions and to figure out what happened in general. Maybe we don't know some information.
I'm just trying to think, what could she have done to him that would have justified him killing her?
It's possible that she was in a wrong place, wrong time.
Really?
And it's possible that maybe she said something that he didn't like. I can't judge any of them.
Should he be deported if he's convicted?
I'm against of deporting.
We should have compassion for these people, illegal immigrants who shoot people, because maybe something happened to them.
It's possible. Maybe they had just a bad day, let's say.
Okay. All
So
right.
yeah, and nobody knows.
We're trying to...
And we back at it. So, first thing that I find totally diabolical is that, and I don't want to hear anything about code switching, because if you actually pay attention, all Democrats do that when they're on the campaign trail. AOC's done it. Papa Biden's done it. Kamala Kamala, you just saw. Hillary Clinton, Mrs. I carry hot sauce in my purse because that's what real niggas do. Are y'all tired of these people playing in your faces? But for me, more importantly than anything, is that me as a foundational Black American, I need to know why my union is wasting my union dues campaigning for illegal aliens, but I can't get representation. Why are American workers suffering? You know what? I know why. Speaking of which, right? Let me show you who had time. And remember, I told you they're watching. So let me show you how you know when they're watching. But would you look at that? Is that not just the individual we've been talking about for the past few weeks who continues to release flyer after flyer where she has an actual endorsement from one Yvonne Armstrong, President, 1199 SEIU, as well as an endorsement from one Veronica Turner, Secretary Treasurer of 1199 SEIU, which I might add is against the law. I mean, I've already shown you multiple times, but for some reason, now she's got the time to start following and paying attention to what I'm saying. But why are y'all worried about what I'm saying? How about this? Instead of following my pages, why don't you debunk the facts that I'm putting out? How come you or Mrs. Armstrong hasn't returned my phone call? I came down to the union office. I would like to know what's going on with my case. And on top of that, the members want to know why you continue to cheat them while you spend our union dues protecting illegals. Please, asking for a friend. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. Remember, real lives, real lives, real lives. And transparency forces accountability. Now keep your eyes to the stars and keep that head on a swivel. Because we're in the diabolical den of demons, a.k.a. the Viper's Pit. Woo! But I tell you what, these motherfucking mongooses on the loose. So yeah, you know what? We got ups and we got downs, but we don't ever fall. So we're going to keep walking these motherfucking dogs until we get some act right. So, Miss Yvonne Armstrong, since you got time when you should be working, or on MLK's birthday when you should be present as the president to go lollygag, and you got time to fight for illegals, then somebody better get their ass together and get my fucking case in order. And you better get down that backlog of 4,000 plus grievances that is still going on at NYU. And you better get your motherfucking organizers in check. Because that chick, Judith, at NYU, she's out of pocket. She's completely out of pocket. And she doesn't know what she's doing. And trust me when I tell you, don't make me up. Do not make me up receipts if I have to. Because you know I will. But yeah, we're going to get up out of here on that note. And everybody stay safe and have a great weekend.
I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the...
I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come.
One of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money. I come here whenever. So this shop is locked. So you guys can go someplace else because I already tell my members the truth, right? Because I am one of the vice presidents who vote against the money that George asks for, the members' money.